The 2023 FIA Formula One World Championship is a planned motor racing championship for Formula One cars which will be the 74th running of the Formula One World Championship. It is recognized by the Fédération Internationale de l'Automobile, the governing body of international motorsport, as the highest class of competition for open-wheel racing cars. The championship is due to be contested over a record 24 Grands Prix, which will be held around the world, and it is scheduled to begin in March and to end in November. Drivers and teams are scheduled to compete for the titles of World Drivers' Champion and World Constructors' Champion, respectively. Max Verstappen, driving for Red Bull Racing, is due to be the reigning Drivers' Champion, while his team is due to be the reigning Constructors' Champion. Early career. Karting. In 2008, de Vries won the WSK World Series for the KF3 category, as well as the German Junior Championship. In 2009 he retained both his German Junior and WSK World Series titles, as well as winning the European KF3 Championship. In September he won the 2010 Karting World Championship. He also won the World Championship in 2011. Formula Renault Eurocup. 2012, 2013, 2014. Formula Renault 3.5 Series. In 2015, de Vries made the switch to the Formula Renault 3.5 Series, racing for Dams. He was on the podium 5 times before winning the final race of the season at the Circuito de Jerez, putting him third in the final standings with 160 points, only placing behind Oliver Roland and Mathieu Vaxivière. GP3 Series. De Vries took part in the GP3 Series in 2016 in with Art Grand Prix. He scored his first podium at the Red Bull Ring with a third place, then obtained his first pole in Budapest. It wasn't until the second race at Monza that he took his first win, a result he replicated at the Yas Marina circuit at the end of the season. He finished 6th in the championship, behind his teammates Charles Leclerc and Alexander Albon, who became champion and vice-champion respectively. FIA Formula 2 Championship. 2017, 2018, 2019. FIA World Endurance Championship. On March 15, 2018, de Vries signed at Racing Team Nederland to compete in the LMP2 class. He won the 6 Hours of Fuji on October 6, 2019 with this team, their first win in this class. De Vries drove the last stint and put the car over the finish line. On July 6, 2020, de Vries was announced as the Toyota Gazoo Racing Europe GmbH test and reserve driver. His roles include testing the Toyota TS050 hybrid and Toyota's hypercar. During the test week prior to the 2022 24 Hours of Le Mans, the ACO officials prohibited TDS Racing ex-Vaillant driver Philippe Simodomo to start. Due to his reserve role for the Toyota hypercar team, he was already on the circuit and was asked to step in. Because of the bronze status of Philippe Simodomo and the platinum status of de Vries, the car was moved from Pro/M to Pro. Formula E 2019-20 season. On September 11, 2019, de Vries was announced as a driver for the new Mercedes EQ Formula E team for the 2019-20 Formula E season alongside Stoffel Vandoorne, after failing to find a seat in Formula One for the 2020 Formula One season. The team finished the season with a 1-2, Vandoorne leading de Vries, who finished the season in 11th with 60 points. 2020-21 season. For the 2020-21 season, de Vries continued at the renamed Mercedes EQ Formula E team with Stoffel Vandoorne. He qualified on pole for the first race of the season opening Diriyah Prix doubleheader, proceeding to lead every lap en route to his first ever victory in the series. Before the second race, de Vries did not take part in qualifying as Mercedes and Venturi Racing, who were both using Mercedes powertrains, were suspended from the session following the crash of Eduardo Mortera during a practice start procedure. In the race, the Dutchman finished ninth after penalties were issued to multiple cars. At the round in Rome, de Vries failed to score points in both races, having collided with his teammate Vandoorne and Sam Bird respectively in the two races. De Vries achieved his second victory of the season in Valencia, where he was one of the only drivers to not run out of usable energy before the end of the race. Following 2 rounds in which he only amassed a total of 2 points, de Vries fought for victory in both races of the London E-Prix and finished in second place in both races, thus taking the lead of the championship before the final round. In the first race in Berlin, he did not score any points but managed to maintain his lead in the standings. Having qualified 13th for the final race of the season, de Vries was given an early advantage when title rivals Mitch Evans and Eduardo Mortera collided at the start, and fellow contender Jake Dennis was involved in a crash shortly after the restart. De Vries finished the race in 8th place, thus winning his first ever World Championship in Formula E. The Dutchman ended the campaign with a total of 2 wins, 4 podiums and 99 points, 7 ahead of vice-champion Mortera. 2021-22 season. De Vries and Stoffel Vandoorne remained with Mercedes for their swan song season in Formula E. De Vries won the first race of Season 8 in Dirichlet, and got pole the next day, but finished in 10th, and ended the championship in 9th with 106 points. De Vries left at the end of the season, securing a contract to compete in Formula 1. Formula 1. De Vries was signed to the McLaren Young Driver Program in 2010, and the Audi Sport Racing Academy in 2016. He left McLaren before the 2019 season to focus on his duties at Audi, where he stayed until September 2019. Test and reserve driver. In December 2020, De Vries and Formula E teammate Stoffel Vandoorne performed their first Formula 1 test for the Mercedes team at the season-ending Young Driver Test. The following year he became one of the reserve drivers for Mercedes team, partnering his Mercedes EQ teammate Stoffel Vandoorne in the role. He made his Formula 1 practice debut at the 2022 Spanish Grand Prix, where he took Alex Albon's place at Williams for the hour-long session. For the French Grand Prix, De Vries ran in another practice session at Mercedes, taking 7-time world champion Lewis Hamilton's place. De Vries then again drove a Mercedes in free practice for the Mexico City Grand Prix in place of George Russell. In September, De Vries tested the Alpine A521 at the Hungaroring, alongside Antonio Giovinazzi and Jack Doohan. Race debut on loan to Williams. AlphaTauri. De Vries is due to drive for Scuderia AlphaTauri for the 2023 season, replacing Alpine-bound Pierre Gasly. IndyCar Series. De Vries took part in an IndyCar test with Meyer-Shank Racing at Sebring International Raceway on December 6, 2021. De Vries tested alongside his Formula E teammate Stoffel Vandoorne, who tested for Aero McLaren SP, and Callum Elott and Jack Aitken. 4-time Indianapolis 500 winner Helio Castroneves helped familiarize De Vries with the Dallara DW12. De Vries set the fastest times in the test amongst the 4 drivers. Karting record. Karting career summary. Racing record. Racing career summary. As De Vries was a guest driver, he was ineligible for championship points. Season still in progress. Complete Eurocup Formula Renault 2.0 results. Complete Formula Renault 3.5 Series results. Complete GP3 Series results. Complete FIA Formula 2 Championship results. Driver did not finish the race, but was classified as he completed over 90% of the race distance. Complete Formula E results. Complete Formula 1 results. Season still in progress. Complete FIA World Endurance Championship results. As de Vries was a guest driver, he was ineligible for championship points *, season still in progress.